Bonjour, hello, how are you? Come on, tell me what it is, what it do. Cool, so cool, Joe Camel, Bonjour, hello.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Stay until the end of the show for ShipIt. It's the best part of the conference. Everybody got a beer? How about raise your glasses, and let's toast the Atlassian events team. Atlassian events team, here's to you, yeah. We couldn't put on the event without you. When we invited you to rub elbows with a bunch of other Atlassian customers, we really meant it. You know that. Welcome to ShipIt Live. So ShipIt, as most of you know, is a really important tradition for Atlassian. We are approaching ShipIt 33 for us. We haven't missed a quarter. It's something that everybody in the company looks forward to. I think you know by now what it is. It is a 24-hour condensed period of innovation where we invite everyone in the company to participate. The way that it works is it runs Thursday to Friday for us. So we start Thursday, we're supposed to start Thursday at kind of roughly 3 o'clock, and you run as long as you can overnight until Friday at 3 o'clock, where the only requirement is that you have to stand and deliver in front of your peers what you worked on. You have to specify up front what you're going to do. Oftentimes that can change over the course of 24 hours, but then you get up and you show and tell. What you win, naturally, is bragging rights and a t-shirt, a very coveted special edition ShipIt t-shirt, which, as you know, only 33 people in the company have. So we have pulled together, I think, an awesome range of contestants for ShipIt Live 3 at Summit. And new this year, we've invited customers to join the Atlassians on the stage. So we have 7 different Atlassian teams, 10 projects, 3 customers from Amadeus, BAE Systems, and Homeaway that are also going to join us. The rules are pretty simple for ShipIt. You've got 3 minutes each. We're going to vote, and then the winner has to get up and dance a jig while I fetch the size of their t-shirt out of the bag. That's pretty much it. And this is the t-shirt. We also, Mike announced at the main keynote that he was going to provide a little bit of an interstitial in front of, a little bit of a prelude to ShipIt. There's a project that started as a ShipIt project that he's going to introduce that is kind of added a bunch of flesh and muscle around the early skeleton that he showed. So before we get going, we're going to invite our co-founder and co-CEO, Mike Cannon-Brooks, up to the stage to give you a little sneak peek of something special we're working on. Mike, come on up.
Thank you. It is kind of awesome. We're debating what to do with this service, and we thought we'll run it in ShipIt Live, we'll put it up front, because it'll be kind of the more technical people that'll show up, and it'll just be a small audience, so we won't overload the service, and we can do that. So it's good that we got probably 1,500 people here, and we took it out of the keynotes, because only a few people would show up to the very last session on the very last day. And then we decided to live stream it as well. So anyway, this is an example of some of the things that come out of ShipIt. Again, we've only been working on it for about 8 weeks, but with a pretty crack team, so we're pretty excited about it, and really sharing it here to get your feedback. So let's start. Meetings are really hard. How many people like being in meetings? Tons. All right. Yeah, you're all drinking beer. You can't put your hand up, maybe. Especially for distributed teams, right? So we have teams all over the world now. We're a global company, and we have a lot of meeting problems. We want to meet with people outside our organization, inside, and it's kind of a challenge. We do have a lot of video conferencing tools. We have video inside HipChat, which works. We have Skype, Hangouts, all sorts of different things. They don't seem to work for us for meetings for a number of different reasons. Why is that? Well, sometimes in a meeting you actually want to do some work and actually write something with somebody or do some collaboration, maybe. That can be kind of hard. You sometimes want to share some mock-ups and do some drawing if you're more visual type of thing. That can also be hard. Really difficult in Skype. What you end up doing is like emailing them a picture and then waiting on Skype while they check their email, download the picture, have a look at it. It's kind of all loopy. Or you want to share them files. You want to show them a presentation. You want to actually present something. Screen sharing is always really sketchy. So we've been playing. We had this thing that a couple of guys did in ShipIt. We've been fortunate enough to bring on some awesome companies. We've acquired a whole bunch of really awesome companies in the last sort of 12 to 18 months. A bunch of those founders got together, and it kind of all morphed into something that's now come out of Atlassian Labs. We call it Project ENSO. Anybody know what an ENSO is? great. It's a Japanese symbol. It looks a lot like I'm told it looks a lot like the Vodafone symbol. It's about the circle of bringing things together and constantly improving and things like that. So it works really well for collaboration. So it's kind of a hard project to demonstrate, so I hope you'll try it afterwards. We'll give you the URL at the end. But we put together a kind of humorous video, which I think fits with ShipIt Live, and then I'll tell you a little bit about it afterwards. So without further ado, let's roll the video, and hopefully this makes some sense.
Hi, Mark. I was just finishing up our meeting notes. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, actually, I just heard from Mike and Scott. They're willing to wear helmets during the keynote. We just have to decide which ones.
Awesome. Let's do that first.
Speaking of awesome, we should get some experts to weigh in on this decision.
Totally. I'll send them a link.
First, though, I think we should get a sense of the size of Mike and Scott's head. Do you have a picture?
Yeah, I think I do have one. Let me pull it in. Oh, man. Mark, do you think that potentially Mike's head is just slightly too large for an average helmet?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty big. I don't know how we're going to fit all that hair inside of a helmet. I got some pretty good options, though. I think we should take a look. Oh, hello, friends. Thanks for taking the time to vote on the helmet options. I'm just pulling in a presentation now with some options. Here's the first option. Option 2. Option 3. This one's my favorite.
Okay, experts, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay. So the video is slightly humorous. It doesn't give you a very good preview of the service, I must admit. So I'll start by saying that there's a huge warning slapped on top of this, that this is a technical preview completely. It may well not work, but the good news is you can just switch to whatever you're doing in your meeting beforehand, and you don't have any kind of persistent data. So it's a really good service to try with a lot of people as we continue to work on it. But please check it out, and we are looking for feedback. The point of sharing is to get your feedback. There's a huge, giant feedback link in the bottom right-hand corner. I think you can see as a company we really listen, and we try to show on that. So what is ENSO, and how does it work? Well, we've taken a whole series of pieces of technology and put them together into a single package that works. Oh, don't take a screenshot yet. I see everyone's going to take a screenshot. Here, let me get out of your way. I've gone the wrong way completely here. So the point being, we take video calls, group video calls, all 100% in the browser. We add file sharing and rich previews so you can share in real time in the video meeting. 80 plus different file types. You just drag them onto the video as you saw, drop it, and it sends to everybody. You can upload Photoshop files, you can upload PowerPoints, and everyone can just preview them in the browser. We've added collaborative notes, and we've also added in-app presentation features. So if you hit present on a PowerPoint, it takes everyone's video and moves the video small, and they're all presenting. And as you move to the next slide, everyone just updates to the next slide kind of in real time, but they're using the preview on their end, so that's high fidelity. And at the same time, you get presence information. So as people move from the video to the different tools, you can see exactly which tool everyone's looking at. Think about it like a real meeting, where if someone's looking at a document, you know that. If someone's writing on the whiteboard, you know it. If they're talking to you, you know it. And you get a sense of what everybody's doing, not only which tool they're in, but also what they're doing in the tool. So you saw in the collaborative editing, you get this kind of consistent sense. And then when they move into presentation, you can see which slide they're on, or if they're drawing on the presentation, et cetera. So we use it a lot in a lot of different teams. So we use it a lot, obviously, in software teams for sharing mock-ups and stand-ups and stuff. We've been using it a lot over the last 8 weeks. It's been getting better every single week, so keep coming back. And even I use it in all my one-on-ones nowadays across the world. Often have one-on-one, just want to fling them a file on the way through, so it's really pretty good. So that's a little preview of Project ENSO. It's going to get a lot better, but you can try it today after ShipIt Live at enso.me. It's very simple, single URL. You can go do it. So check it out. It's an example of what can come out of ShipIt that was really interesting, and we put a team on it, and it's still working, and maybe by next year we'll have something fully polished to show you. All right, check it out.
so cool, Joe.
All right, so let's bring up our first contestant. This is Nikki. Nikki is a product marketer on the Jira Service Desk team. He's been with Atlassian for a little over 2 years. By the way, Enzo is not going to be in the voting ranks, so clear your heads of Enzo for a second. We're just going to concentrate on these next 10 projects who are all competing for the coveted ShipIt shirt. Nikki's been with Atlassian for 2.5 years. When he's not at Atlassian, I asked him the question. I was like, what are you doing when you're not working for Atlassian? And he said, I'm training to climb Mount Everest. And I said, really, all the way to the top? And he's like, no, just part of the bottom. So let's give a round of applause for 3 minutes of Nikki and Atlassian reception.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you. He's true. I'm only climbing the very first rock I see when I get there, but not summiting. Actually, I'm a cat herder extraordinaire. I was going to change it to the dogs, the Jira dog, but didn't get a chance to. In light of Summit, I built something called the Reception app. So let's just take a look at what that looks like. A reminder, today is November 5th. That means there is 22 days till, do you guys know? Pumpkin pie, right? Thanksgiving. But the exciting part actually happens the day after, which is Black Friday. Black Friday, obviously, is when you go and you buy all these things that you don't really need. But another big phenomenon is Cyber Monday, is when you order all these more useless junk that you don't really need, right? And in fact, you actually get that shipped to the office, and then it starts feeling like Christmas already. So that's the real fun part there. And here's a story. This is Colleen. She works on our experience team in the San Francisco office. And every day, she actually has to deal with this. And it's terrible. It's not even Black Friday yet. These are just regular packages for everyone in the office, right? So for Summit, or for ShipIt, I decided that I was going to build something to help Colleen's life get a little bit easier. So I made a packaging collecting app. No, it's Summit, so let's get excited. What else can I build to make Colleen's life a little better? So, introducing Atlassian Reception. I have a video, so let's take a look. So essentially, within 24 hours, we were able to build a platform for our experience teams to start managing visitors that come into the office with an iPad app. The visitor comes in, checks in, they get a little badge printed out. They also can now manage deliveries and bulk notify all the staff members that have received packages for the day, keys and other assets like our bicycles and apartment keys, and also kind of forward notifications to other people. So, if you like what you saw, we're planning to kind of maybe open source this. Vote for me if we win. Maybe you can have it for yourself as well.
Nice job, Nikki. Let's bring up our first customer participant. Frederick has been at Amadeus for 12 years. Come up here, Frederick. Make me look small and short. Frederick's been at Amadeus for 12 years. He is the head of software development engineering, and when he is not working at Amadeus, obviously he is doing CrossFit. That was the thing he said. I'm not. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, everyone. So first of all, sorry for my deep French accent and my bad voice, too much summit party and thirsty beer and all that stuff. So the team. I'm presenting on behalf of one of my teams. Antoine and Mathieu cannot make it this year. Antoine just got a baby, so I'm here only as the spokesperson. Who knows Bitbucket Server? Hopefully, after today's summit. Who knows SonarQube? Who's using SonarQube? With Bitbucket? Ah. So for those who do not know, SonarQube is actually a tool to assess the code quality of a project. And basically, it's an open platform where you put KPIs on a lot of stuff around code quality, doing some static code analysis and so on. And in our case, it's also a way to check if a pull request bring more issues than values to the code. How is it used today? So basically, we are following the same process as everyone, I guess. Developers are pushing pull requests. Then the CI system is starting, doing the compilation, doing the unit test, and launching a SonarQube analysis. Then the maintainer clicks on the link and is redirected to the dashboard of Sonar of this project, and he can check the errors and then goes down looking the new errors, looking at the code, where is the error, trying to understand, coming back to stash, potentially adding some comments to the code review, and doing all this stuff. So it's quite heavy. The guys need to move from one tool to another one, and basically, they are mad about it. So we knew that at some point, we needed to do something. And the simple idea the team had was, why not having SonarQube as a reviewer of the pull request? So they start working on it, and basically, they did it. So how it works? It's quite simple. SonarQube just adds some comments inside of the pull request. As you can see, just like a guy saying you need to remove this stuff. If you want some further information, you can just click on the link, and you will have the explanation on the kind of issue you have. It's running. It's also a good way to incentivize people adding more comments on the pull request. So the new process is quite simple. Pull request is starting, CI is starting, but now the maintainer can see directly in the code the errors, and even has on the pull request a small status saying, guy, you have that many errors that you need to check. So he can ask the developer directly in the pull request to change the stuff. And at one point, the developer is changing, there is no more issue, and he just merged it. And now they are happy. Look at the difference. So it's an open source plugin, so you can contact us if you want the link to the repository. Some companies are using it, apparently, apart Amadeus. And please vote for us. It will be a nice present for Antoine's new baby. Thank you.
Good job. Awesome job, Frederick. It's not easy to come up here as a customer and do a ShipIt project, so we're grateful for your participation. Next up is probably somebody that doesn't need an introduction. This is Roger Barnes, who is a product manager on the Bitbucket team, has been with Atlassian for 2.5 years, claims to be a professional level ultimate Frisbee player. I didn't know such a thing existed. But he is also known to you as DJ Kanban. This is a project that was a ShipIt project. It did not somehow win that particular ShipIt. It may win today, but Roger's going to come up and talk a little bit more about DJ Kanban.
Hi, everyone. My name's Roger, and I'd like to talk to you about a problem that I think has gone unsolved for a very, very long time. At Atlassian, we make awesome tools for software teams. We do a really good job with service teams as well. And we make really nice software for business teams. But Atlassian is about every team, and I think we've missed one. What about dance floor teams? Has anyone thought about dance floor teams? I didn't think so. Well, I have some good news, which probably isn't news to you anymore. I have a solution for dance floor teams, and it's available right now in the Atlassian marketplace. It's called DJ Kanban. DJ Kanban is an add-on that turns Jira software into a powerful DJ and live mashup machine. Why not? You would have seen DJ Kanban warming up the room before the keynote yesterday. And perhaps you were one of the lucky few to get to dance to Jira last night at the bash. Not many people have that claim. So you're probably all wondering, what is this sorcery? Why does nobody dance when I run sprint planning? Well, let me show you a little bit about how it works. Every issue is basically a sound. We have a software project where every issue defines a loop or a full song, and you have to define the tempo and the cue points. So there's a bit of work to set it up. But once you've got that in place, it's pretty good. Your agile board is your DJ console. There are a few different statuses that DJ Kanban understands, like playing, filtering, fading, and looping your sounds. And you can set up an agile board in a few different ways to suit what you need. And at the heart of all of this is an Atlassian Connect add-on that's running an audio engine based in JavaScript. And so in a separate tab, we run this awesome interface which has some visualizations, just why not? And basically, we take the webhooks that Jira sends to our Connect service, pump that through a WebSocket connection, and DJ Kanban takes care of the rest, syncing things up every 4 bars. So would you like to see it in action one more time? All right, let's have a look. Feel free to get up and dance some more. There you have it. If you care about dance floor teams, vote for DJ Kanban. Thank you.
Nice. Awesome job, Roger. So let's bring up our next customer presenter. This is Greg. Greg has been at BAE Systems for 10 years. He is the software systems and engineering lead for BAE Systems. His hobby, I found out, is sailing. And he's so enthusiastic about it that he was just on the bay this week, came out a little bit early to sail on the America's Cup boat on the San Francisco Bay. So a big round of applause for Greg.
Thank you very much. Toughest gig after that one. Alrighty, let's do this. So, those of you who came to my talk yesterday, we talked about how we implemented Jira Service Desk earlier in the year, 4,700 customers, 250 agents. The company that I work for, we do things, very highly technical things like this, unmanned aerial vehicle, and build things like this, 27,500 ton ships. So, implemented Service Desk, out of the box. That's the way we do it. We've got some designing principles. No worries, thought that was pretty good. Everyone gave us the Borat 2 thumbs up. But then we had people come back to us and said, why are our change requests manual? I said, what do you mean? To explain, why is that a problem? I said, do you realize how many change requests we raise? And I said, we raise a change request and we don't know it gets approved. It goes into this big black hole. And what we found was that people would submit their change request, and it might be for something like a finance system. And we'd done all the development work, we were just holding back the work until the change request had been approved. So our change manager said, we're talking about thousands of tasks that need to get approved, and you need to do something like automate them. Not a Volkswagen, but let's just move on. Right, so my team, like three little piggies, went off to the marketplace, and we said, how can we do this with some marketplace plugins? So we gathered a whole bunch of plugins, we put them in a beaker, and we created Jira change requests. And this is the information that we need sources in crowd, things like team leader approvals, who's the team leader for that one, some Active Directory credentials. We use nfeed to go and retrieve details from databases, so who owns the application. So finance system, we probably need to let the finance director know that we're going to make a modification and decrease or increase tax. You know, you might be interested in that. We need to create some subtasks we go along, so create on transition, and script runner, and then we mix. So that's all talking about it. I don't have a Kanban DJ board, but here's my demo. So what we do, you just want to see it happen. So we create an issue, and the very first thing we ask is a summary. Just tell us what it is. No more details on that, because we don't know if it's a big one or a little one just quite yet. So we're going to add a new firewall rule, and we click create. Then choose how big is your change going to be. Is it going to be a moderate, or a minor, or a major? And you choose that. Now we start getting the details. So now we know the category. We'll go and get the change codes that our auditors have agreed on, saying, yep, that falls into that category. Fill in all the information required to make it happen. La la la. So then we do that, and now it starts to say, well, for that type of approval, you're going to need some other additional approval. So we start suggesting who are the team leads that need to be notified about this that we go and get from crowd. It goes moderate. A change manager then looks at all the information, makes sure it's correct, and says, yep, that is a moderate, or he could escalate it and make it a major. And now we start to see all the subtasks pop out. So these are all the approvals, team leader approvals here, have all been done. It's ready to go. You now get an implementation task that gets sent back to the original team that started it, and they work in agile boards, so it makes sense to put theirs on their board for them. So they've now got their change ready to go. They go ahead and do the work, tell us it's all done, and then we better start updating the original change record. So we start updating and telling the change manager that everything has been done and completed, and it's 100% complete. So we've done about 3,000 of these in a few months, and we've only had to touch 2. And that was one where the HR record wasn't quite complete. So please vote for automating change. Thank you.
Give the mic to Michael. Awesome, Greg. Next group of contestants are all Atlassians. They joined Atlassian in January of this year as 3 grads, Lucy, Michael, and Jake. Lucy is a designer on the HipChat team. Michael is a developer on Jira. Jake is a developer on Atlassian Connect. And they all went to 3 different universities, met each other, I think, through the grad intake program, and are so committed to Atlassian's play as a team value that I think after Summit, you're all going to Manhattan, I heard, for a little romp through New York. Is that true? So give it a round of applause to the 3 grads, Lucy, Jake, and Nikki.
Cool. Hi, everyone. I'm Michael, and I'm here with Lucy and Jake. We all started in graduate roles at Atlassian at the beginning of the year, and today we're here to talk to you about NPS for HipChat, our most recent ShipIt project. To start off, I'd like you to meet Lucy. Lucy's a developer in a product team. She values customer feedback because it helps put her work in context. However, it doesn't always make it back to her. If you were able to catch the founder keynote yesterday, you will have heard that at Atlassian, we're focusing on bringing customer insights to the forefront of our development initiatives. The metric we're using to measure customer satisfaction is NPS, Net Promoter Score. This allows customers to rate their experience and provide qualitative feedback. In the system, we split responses into promoters, passives, and detractors. And from the proportion in each category, we calculate an NPS value, which indicates how a product is tracking. To be in line with this, my ShipIt team and I decided to bring customer feedback into a tool we're all always using, HipChat. Using the new HipChat Connect framework announced yesterday, we developed an NPS feed integration set up to work with the SurveyMonkey NPS template. Let's check out how Lucy's team is using this integration. If we go into her team room, we can see that she's installed it, and we now have an NPS glance in the sidebar. There's a sentiment icon to the right. It's cloudy, which means we're not tracking well against our NPS goal. When she clicks on it, we open to see a feed of the comments, and at the top, the goal and current NPS values. The colors on the left indicate what type of comment it is, and we can filter it by promoter, passive, and detractor, as I mentioned. If she's interested in a comment, she can click on it to see the detailed view, which has the full comment, the score, and some attributes about the user. Now let's have a quick look at the survey that we're sending to our customers. This is the SurveyMonkey NPS template. You can provide a score, write a comment, and then provide a few user details about yourself. Now if we jump back into the team room and open up the glance back to the comment feed, we'll see that the comment we just submitted is there at the top. It's a detractor comment. It's so slow. Lucy wants to discuss this with her team, so she hits the ellipsis button and selects Discuss. This renders a card into the chat view, and now the whole team can see this and start talking about the issue. After a lengthy discussion, the team comes up with a solution. Let's just make it fast. So they add it to the roadmap, and the team is comfortable that they're working on tasks that will have a positive impact on the needs of their users. Months later, Lucy is pinged into her team room with some new NPS feedback. It's a promoter. It's so fast. What an amazing improvement. She can click on the card, and it will render it directly into the detail view on the sidebar, so she can see all the information about the customer that left this response. NPS for HipChat has already shipped and is live. Oh, Lucy's pretty happy. She can see the impact that she's had to her company and the positive impact that she's had on the customer experience. She treats herself to an ice cream. Now, NPS for HipChat is already shipped, and it's live on the Atlassian marketplace right now. So you can feel free to install it and link it up to your own SurveyMonkey account. Or alternatively, if you have your own source of NPS data, we've open sourced it on Bitbucket, so you can feel free to fork the repo and tailor it to your own needs. Thank you for listening to our presentation. I hope you've enjoyed it, and remember to vote for us for ShipIt Live.
I scream for ice cream. It's obvious Michael also screams for ice cream. Next contestant is a developer on the Confluence team. She's been at Atlassian for 3.5 years and is an avid snowboarder. I didn't know that that was possible in Australia, but maybe she travels to do that somewhere else. But this is Edith with Clarity.
Hi everyone, I'm Edith, and I believe we're at our best when we're inspired. Whether it's a desire to achieve something great, belief in what we're capable of, or just a sense of general wonder at the world around us. So for our ShipIt project, we wanted a simple way to create some room for inspiration. Something as simple as opening a browser tab. Something instant, because there's nothing less inspiring than having to wait. So our project is a Chrome extension that replaces your browser's new tab screen with a new image each day. But this is really just an entry point. As soon as you start typing, you'll have a clean, distraction-free editing experience so that you can focus on your words before having to worry about choosing a location, setting a title, or even whether you currently have an internet connection. There's a contextual toolbar to help with structuring your thoughts, and we also support shortcuts and auto-formatting, because moments of inspiration can be fleeting, and speed is key. Because we've built this as a Chrome extension, everything loads instantly, and anything you type is being saved on every keystroke. You can work, browse, and search offline. But we've also solved the problem of getting your content back into Confluence, and the integration is effortless. Our extension detects Confluence instances you visited and automatically surfaces a Publish button. There's absolutely no configuration required. Publishing is a simple redirect to an existing endpoint which opens the Create dialog, and this works even if you need to go via a login screen. You can still select your location and how you want to publish your content, and then enjoy the full richness of the Confluence editor. We've made sure that we generate the same headings, paragraphs, block quotes, and lists that Confluence does. So instead of having to do any reformatting, you can get straight onto publishing your page and thinking of your next big idea. We've also already shipped. Please try this out today by searching for Clarity on the Chrome Web Store. Thanks so much, everyone.
Nice job. Awesome. All right, 4 projects left. Next contestant, just to prove that everybody participates in ShipIt or can participate. Next participant joined Atlassian 2 months ago in marketing. So he runs part of enterprise marketing, the enterprise marketing group for Atlassian. Joined a week before ShipIt 32 and was a contestant in ShipIt, like started to build something to showcase. So this is his ShipIt 32 project. Bring up Dan Garfield. Good luck.
Okay, so I'm the new guy, and yeah, like, what do you do when you're the new guy? That's the question that you have at Atlassian, especially because there's so much going on. And you could have this when you're starting at a company, or if you're starting on a project, or just starting with a new team, or maybe you're visiting another office or something like that. So the way that this sort of works, I mean, the smart thing to do, a tip for you if you're starting at Atlassian and it's your first week at ShipIt, just join a team. That's smart, because then you can just do what they're doing and help them, and then you'll get to know people that way. But I like to over-engineer problems sometimes and do things the hard way. I'm sure none of you are like that. So what I did is I decided to build a tool for Confluence. So here's something I was looking at. Everyone that starts at Atlassian, you get a 90-day plan. And my 90-day plan included a wall of people that I was supposed to know and say hi to and remember their faces and their names. And I'm just not really good at that. So what I decided to do was build a plugin for this. And I don't know any of our APIs, and reading documentation sucks. So I didn't want to do that. So I decided just to make a bookmarklet and just throw a bunch of JavaScript and HTML on the page. So all of you secure admins out there, put my bookmarklet on your people's stuff, and it'll download off my server. It's totally safe. Don't worry about it. So here's how it works. You hit the bookmarklet, and it will, oh yeah, that's what it's called. When you hit the bookmarklet, it will go through and scrape all of the people that are mentioned on the page, throw their picture up, and then hide their name. And the reason you hide their name is so that you can actually try to learn it, right? So when I look at this one, I've done this enough times. I know this is Sarah Goff-DuPont. She's a rock star, and I can remember her name because I used flashcard for Confluence. And it's keyboard navigable. So you can cruise through it really quickly and get to know people. It loads everything. I'm going to say it caches it, but really just shoves everything onto the page. And so yeah, you go through and you navigate through the keyboard, and then you can learn people really quickly. So this guy, I don't know who that is yet. I need to practice some more. But then I've got some other people. Leslie, she's on our team. She's awesome. Okay, so I can remember her name. Heather, saw her last night. Good. Who's this jabroni? Chris Clark. Okay, I know him. He sits by me. I should know him. And you use the N key for name. N stands for name. To toggle their name on and off. And that way you can test yourself and then check your answer very quickly. And then you can see, oh yeah, Chris Clark, I was right. Awesome. He's super important. I got his title. I know which office he works in. Great. So that's flashcards for Confluence. It's a bookmarklet. You can download it off of my super safe and secure server onto your local browser right now. Thank you.
That is not an official Atlassian URL. So last customer participant is Greg from Homeaway. Greg has been at Homeaway for 4 years, runs the Atlassian stack at Homeaway, is an avid gardener, he told me, with 96 square. He knew the exact square footage of his gardening space, so he's a pretty serious gardener. Round of applause for Greg.
On stage, I go by Michael. Greg's my real name, though. As Greg, I work at Homeaway. Homeaway is the world's largest vacation rental marketplace, over 1 million listings in 190 countries. And we have over 20 offices. No, we have exactly 20 offices in 12 countries. Every one of those offices has a ton of wallboards. Wallboards everywhere. Everybody gets a wallboard. It's like Oprah at Homeaway. Everybody gets a wallboard. Which sounds awesome, except that it was really, really hard to put content on that wallboard. If you're a web developer, if you're a Photoshop geek, you could put content. If not, you're stuck. So there was a call to solve this. And the solution, Homeaway TV. A way that anybody could put content on a wallboard if they just knew how to edit a page in Confluence. And we could put that content on any wallboard at any time instantly. Let's see how it works. This is a Homeaway wallboard. It's talking about our great customer service. Doesn't it look pretty? But watch very closely. Look at the top. What? That's Confluence. That's not a wallboard, that's Confluence. We just put it on the TV, and the content goes to any office around the world. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper into this. This is that Confluence page. We go in, it edits just like any other. We're going to go down to a link at the bottom there that's going to take us to the page that's driving that wallboard. Yep, we're going to click edit, and hey, real soon, it's a Confluence page. I promised. See, there it is. Easy enough. Dropped an include page macro in there, and we had a wallboard set up for that particular one. In particular, it was the wallboard name A5C Mini 3378. Yeah, we keep a list. That's not easy to remember at all. So, look at that. We told you it was global, but we also didn't say it was hyper-local. Look at that list of fields up there on the top. You see the office, you see the city, the state, the province, the country, the wallboard. We can create content in Confluence and specify exactly what office, what country, what particular wallboard, anywhere that content goes to. You edit the content. Yeah, we got a lot of wallboards. You see that big list? Over 120, and they're adding more every week. My job to deal with that. But you edit the content, and here it is. You see, here's the content focused for the country, the United States. We're about to show an ad for our hackathon that was in our Austin office. That content only shows on the wallboards in the United States because it was focused just for there. Now, just as well, at my cube in Austin, I could create a Confluence page, Click publish, it's in Paris instantly. It just works. Now, you see what I highlighted there, that URL? Let's dig in for just a second about how that works. So, this is that URL broken down. Look, office, city, state, country. We, on the browser, got a little Mac Mini on the back of the TV. We just put a URL in there, say this wallboard is in Austin, the HQ office. It's in Texas, so on and so forth. There's its name. And hey, you see that magic mirror, how we made that wallboard suddenly look like Confluence? That kiosk option there, we add that kiosk equals 1 to the URL, it's instantly a wallboard. Take it away, it looks just like Confluence. Not only, there's more. Not only do we have localized pages, we have localized notifications. We can send an instant message to any wallboard or all wallboards at once via Confluence. So here we have a form. We're going to send a message straight to that particular wallboard. I put a helpful message on there. I jump over. Instantly, the message is on there. So again, I can be in my Austin office. I can send a message to the team in Sydney and tell them to come into the live stream and vote for me on the live stream. As soon as I'm done, I press another button. The message is gone. I made the point. I don't need the message up any longer. Now, it gets even better. We have global all hands that we stream around the office. How do we stream that? We stream it on TVs. How do we stream it on the TVs? Homeaway TV. We go to a similar form. We're going to point to the wallboard, but I could point global. I could do all the wallboards. I could point all of them in Texas, what have you. I'm going to drop in the link to our stream. Boom, our stream starts. Every wallboard around the world gets the stream for our all hands with a push of a button. And then, when that stream is done, we go back over to the form, and you might imagine, we push the button. We click on the wrong tab first, and we forget to edit this out of our demo video. And then we go to the right tab, and we click hide. We're back to our regular programming. So how did we do this? Plug-in power. Awesome plugins off the marketplace allowed us to do some incredible, allows us to do great things every day with Confluence. But in this case, we took some awesome work. Plus, we took Pusher, which some of you may be familiar. It's a real-time communication platform. Those notifications, that streaming, that's Pusher. Sending a message around the world to another Homeaway TV wallboard and making it happen instantly. You want to learn more? I've written a blog post that goes into fairly exhaustive detail about how we did this. Go to bit.ly.homeawaytv and learn more. And yeah, vote for me. Thanks.
Sorry. Sorry, Michael. Sorry, Michael. Two more contestants. This is Nguyen. He is a team lead on the Confluence team. He's been with Atlassian for 2.5 years. He told me when he's not working at Atlassian, he's dreaming of future ShipIt projects and ShipIt wins. So let's see this one. Better Confluence editing experience. Round of applause for Nguyen.
Thank you very much, everybody. So my name is Nguyen. I'm from the Saigon office, and today I'm super excited to bring to you a better Confluence editing experience. So I'm presenting on behalf of my team based in the Saigon office. So let's get to the demo. This is how it works today in Confluence. So imagine you have a long page, and you're consuming content on your page. And then suddenly you find a typo, and then you want to correct it. So basically, you need to scroll up to the top of the page, hit the edit button, and then you've got to keep scrolling down using your eagle eyes to find the typo. And then it's not there, just keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. All right, maybe try searching. Is it even Hamuna? All right. Man, I think this is hopeless. And I think we've got a better way to solve the problem for you. So this is how it should work. Firstly, we introduce the Contextual Editor toolbar, which automatically hides when you scroll down and automatically show when scrolling up just a little bit. So it's super easy, contextual. And then let's check it out what happened when you click edit. Boom. Do you realize that you're in the edit zone already? All right, let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time. Okay, right there, and boom, that's it. Super easy. And just not that, we've made some improvement to the way we render macro inside the edit mode. So check it out. This one is an include page. When you hit into edit mode, this is the real content. It's not the placeholder anymore. You want to edit it? It's super easy. Just double click, change to the other page, and then reinsert it back. And there you have it. Now let's check out the other macro, Jira ISO macro. This is the #1 popular macro in Confluence. So here we have a single Jira ISO macro and table macro. You wanted it, just double click. I'm not going to edit this one. Let's edit the single one. I'm going to search for the other ISO and then reinsert it back into Confluence. There you have it. See what you get and get what you see. Thank you very much, everybody. And vote for us.
You'll notice as a veteran ShipIt participant, Nguyen deploys the effective use of the boom. That's a veteran right there. So last contestant is Otto. Many of you probably know Otto. He's been with Atlassian for about 1.5 years. He is a PM on the enterprise team. He is an avid triathlete. He told me to mention to everyone that he beat Brian Rollins in an Ironman. It is also Otto's birthday, so I thought we'd welcome to the stage with a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Otto. Happy birthday to you. Woo.
All right, thank you, thank you. So I'm Otto, and this is Jira Express. So you know that friend of yours? He's that friend that you don't really want to talk to. Whenever he calls, you try to dodge the call. And he's always got some kind of crazy project. And he knows that you work with Jira to make projects awesome. So let's make this example a little bit more real. Let's give your friend a name. Let's call him Donald. Actually, no, let's make it more real yet. Let's call him, this guy with the crazy project, let's call him Donald. So Donald needs your help, so you decide to set him up on your Jira instance, give him something where he can plan his crazy project. He goes in, he starts looking around, he's confused. What's an issue type? What's a Scrum? What's a Kanban? What's a workflow? Why do I need to map columns? And he's not... It's hard being Donald on a good day. So Donald's calling you up. And now he's angry. So there could be a better way. Imagine Jira Express. Now, imagine if you could just go straight into a project, create a board with no overhead. Boom. Use the word boom. Simple, clean start. Boom, nothing required up front. Just start creating and start doing it on a board right away. Woo, that's right. Cheer it. Name your board at any time. Do that whenever. Just get started on putting your ideas on the page. Once you've got things done in the done column, boom, one-click delete. Inline editable columns. Need another column? Boom! Inline column add. And this is all built straight on top of Jira. So just one click away, boom, you've got all your issue details. So With Jira Express, you can achieve the most amazing things, no matter what your qualifications. So this summit, vote 1, Jira Express.
Good job. Okay, here we go. So get your mobile phones out. We're going to do this the way that we do it at ShipIt at Atlassian. We are going to use the ShipIt plugin built for Jira to vote. These are your contestants. You only get to vote once. You don't have to log into anything, but you need to go to this URL on your phone, go.atlassian.com/summit-vote. Start voting. We're going to vote for, I don't know, 60 seconds. Is everyone getting there? Is it working? I want to make sure voting works this year. Voting last year didn't work. Is it working? Yeah. All right. So put in your votes. These are the 10 projects. We've got Nikki with Atlassian Reception, Frederick with Sonar Cube, DJ Kanban, number 3, Automating Change with Greg, NPS for HipChat with Lucy, Jake, and Michael, Edith with Clarity, Flashcards with Dan, Homeaway TV, Greg, Michael, Better Editing with Win, and Jira Express with Otto. Cast your votes. There can only be one winner. I'm going to grab the t-shirts. Everyone voting? We're going to do another 15 seconds of voting. Who hasn't voted, raise your hand. All right, keep on. What are you guys waiting for? What? Wi-Fi. Oh, Wi-Fi. Keep on going, another 15 seconds. Put your hands up again if you haven't voted. That's all right. We're gonna do 15, 14, 13, 8, 4, 1. Let's close voting. Let's close voting. All the contestants come up here. Come on up here. Round of applause for everybody. So, yeah, you got to stand in your places. Are you in the right spots? Numerical order? Kind of, no, in your photo order. Your photo order. It's going to be awesome. It's like human Tetris. So before we actually announce the winners, we wanted to recognize that it's super hard as a customer to get up here and do this on short notice, and so we wanted to give each of the customers the limited, very limited edition ShipIt winner t-shirt. So to Frederick, to Greg, to Michael, thank you guys, it's awesome. All right, so let's pull up the winner screen. I'll give you the right sizes in a minute. Let's pull up the winning screen. Do we got the winning screen? Oh, she's working on it. It's coming. Here it comes. Wait. Oh, there you go. You win. You won. You win. You won. Congratulations. You win. Great job. That's going to be a tight t-shirt. So really quickly, before we're going to actually do a little bit more of a reveal, who was third place? Who was third place before we do the one more thing? Who was third place? Scroll down a little bit, browser person. What was it? Global Wobble. Jira Express was third. Otto, great job. DJ Kanban number 2, great job. You win. So thank you to all the participants. The one more thing, just as we send you back out for beers and hopefully like a little bit of social time, is Atlassian Summit 2015. We have a date and a location. The date is October 4th through the 5th next year. Sorry, 2016. The location is back in San Jose, so we've got a little bit more elbow room to flex each other. And remember, Remember, this year sold out. Next year might sell out too, so get in early. We'd love to see everybody back, and we hope you had a great time. Thanks for coming. We'll see you outside.